Dating part 2, Greek ways. Ain't nothing like seeing your ex come in with no other dude, especially in the D9 world. People are petty, man. That chick will see you around folks and run right up under them as soon as y'all break up. That dude will hit on the same girl that he was like, I don't want to talk to her, and all of that. Then you got to deal with that every time you come out, every time you do an event. I didn't have petty. I didn't have people volunteer at the same spots I've been at. They knew I was where I was gonna be at, and they volunteered. I didn't have people just do a host of stuff. I didn't been at events that weren't related to Stepping to found out a cat in an organization I belonged to was walking in with an ex of mine, man. Like coupled up. You know, they ain't even together. That's what you get. But, man, all that stuff just created monsters, man. Like I said, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend it. I do know there are some success stories up there. But, if you in D9, enjoy D9. Because trust and believe, if your partner was in it and you ain't in it, they going to enjoy it. They going to go to everything and all the events and all that stuff. And then they going to come home to you. I have a very active significant. She be doing all kinds of stuff. She be everywhere. I see her when she get home. And then when I go to my Greek stuff, she be at home or wherever hey, we meet up when we meet up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm that's okay with me. And if you secure them yourself, you gotta trust your partner. And what your partner do and not do is on them. They gotta answer to their God, answer to whoever. If they on some BS, that stuff will all will work itself out. I've always believed that too. Stuff will work out what needs to work out. You work on you, focus on you, and so on and so be it. So no, the craziest, like I said, the craziest was I was sitting at a spot I went to and then saw somebody that, one, he was married, and then two, she was claiming she wanted to get married. We break up, and then they walking in together. I'm like, wow, okay. I didn't believe it. And then I kept on watching, like, oh, wait, they are together. They, like, giggling and cackling and dancing together and all that. I said, oh, okay. Because for me, out of sight, out of mind, for me. And I know she did it to be petty. And men, unfortunately, a lot of men ain't going to turn down they ain't going to turn it down, even if it's your crew. Y'all be thinking y'all boys are solid. They ain't built like back in the day, man. Back in the day, man, we wouldn't even look at the woman if we didn't want to be bothered with nobody that was bothered with you at all. Not in no way, shape, or form. Now, and these cats to do sloppy seconds, third, fourth, fifth, sixth seconds. Come back again. You be looking like, damn, dog. Like, she came in the club with me like 150 times. Now she coming in with him 150 times. And you got to sit there and deal with it. I'm not saying that, it don't happen in the regular world, but I'm just saying D9 is tight. It's a lot of tight. We kind of go to the same stuff. So you're unless you move out of state or something like that, the odds of you running into somebody from the D9, if you date them, is going to probably be 95% possibility. And if that's going to bother you, think about it when they you trying to holler, they trying to holler, because it's going to drag, because it ain't going to never go nowhere, because they are a member, like for life, like you are. So nothing crazy happened, you're going to keep on seeing them. And if they, like I said, if they savvy enough, they can make it so you always going to deal with them, because they'll crew up or pop up at stuff they know you're going to be at, because people are petty like that. In your own way, you cannot be friends with them, and their photo pop up on your page because they did strategically, and y'all think I'm playing, they then strategically figured out a way to make sure you still see them and see what they want you to see by being messy. It is what it is. Greek ways with Hayes, baby. Dating D9 part 2. It's something I wouldn't recommend that you do unless you want to lose your mind. I ain't got nothing else that rhymes with mine that I can think of, so I'm out.